Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, guys. Peter Barber here, opera singer, music producer, bass vocalist, member of the Bass Gang. So proud. Guys, these, my heart is racing right now. These moments, putting in so much work on these projects to see the final product. Woo! All right. This is it, guys. This is my first watch of the final cut of Arabian Nights. I have not seen anything. This is all done with Marwan and the whole crew we hired for him to shoot in Egypt, as well as the clips we filmed in Brno, Czech Republic. I'm just gonna watch straight through so you guys can get this first reaction, and then I'm gonna go back and talk about this piece and how it all came together. Give you a little behind the scenes look. This is literally Marwan, the mother effing Prince of Egypt, out in the Sahara Desert. This is what we're looking at right now at sunset. So it is actually an Arabian Night. Oh God. All right, I'm gonna just shut up and watch. You guys can see my brain is just not going to be functional until I watch this. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, full body chills.
Oh, I come from a land, from a faraway place where the caravan camels roam, where you wander among every culture and tongue. It's chaotic, but hey, it's home. When the winds from the east and the suns from the west and the sand in the glass is right, come on down, stop on by, hop a carpet and fly to another Arabian night. Arabian nights, like Arabian days, more often than not, are hotter than hot in a lot of good ways. Arabian nights, like Arabian moon, a fool off his guard could find it behind out there on the dunes. As you wind through the streets of the fabled bazaars and the cardamom cluttered stalls, you can smell every spice while you haggle the price of the silks and the satin shawls. Oh, the music that plays as you move through a maze in the haze of your pure delight. You were caught in a dance, you were lost in the trance of another Arabian night. Arabian nights, like Arabian days, they seem to excite, take off and take flight, to shock and amaze. Arabian nights, like Arabian dreams,
Oh my. Let's go, baby. I'm watching every second. I'm watching every second. Oh, that's the karaoke version, which you can have on Patreon. Wow. Absolutely incredible. Marwan shot that in Egypt, and we shot that in the Czech Republic. And somehow it came off as a pretty damn seamless project. I'm so proud of the guys. And the amazing thing about this music is, I remember when I got the first mix, because I had heard the audio before. The audio is just as cool and shocking and amazing than the video. It is like the 6K professional video version in audio. I mean, like, the mixing and mastering is done literally by Grammy award-winning audio engineers. And it's probably certainly one of Marwan's craziest, most amazing arrangements yet. When I first heard it, I had full body chills for like a minute, and now, of course, watching the video, chills the whole freaking time. Absolutely incredible. So cool to see. Okay, now I'm actually going to be able to form sentences. Now I've seen it. Guys, this project, so ambitious for the Bass Gang to go from green screening to literally like a probably $25,000 project when it's all said and done, when everything's actually factored in. Which we certainly underestimated at first, but like a massive undertaking to go from shooting green screen to shooting live with full crews and hair and makeup and yada, 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 all convening in Europe. So cool to see it coming together. We still have 3 more videos to go. The ones that were actually shot with me, Bobby, and Tommy all together, with Marwan being CGI'd or green screened in, with more amazing editors that we've hired to help with those more technical things. Absolutely incredible. Guys, stay tuned, a few months from now. There's going to be an entire documentary about this trip and about how this project came together. So stay tuned for that. But it's a lot, and it's amazing, and I really can't believe it. And thank you for listening to me ramble and listening to me drool over this piece and be ogled and have chills. It's a dream come true to be a part of, truly. Let's go back and talk about this. How does this piece start? With all of us doing a fat A1 subharmonic. All of us for like 15 seconds. Obviously, this is not totally a cappella, right? So there are drums, mainly. Drums. Yeah, I think drums. Drums are the main instrument that's non-a-cappella. So again, Bass Gang kind of bridging the gap a little bit, moving away a little bit from pure a-cappella. Part of this album is pure a-cappella. Part of it is with instruments. This is one of the ones that we used with instruments. Excuse my nose. It is very itchy. This first shot is amazing. I remember Marwan sent us a screenshot, and we're like, oh, shit. So this is taken at sunset. It was a whole ordeal, them shooting in the Sahara Desert. They ran into a number of complications, and the shooting ended up getting pushed later, but they managed to turn it into this amazing night shot, which is, better for the title of the piece, really. This first bass line's your boy for like the first 30 seconds. Keep that in mind. Dum, dum, dum. I think it goes down to like a low C-ish. Those low A subharmonics fading out.
Oh, I come from a land, from a faraway place where the caravan camels roam.
There's that low C. Backgrounds are mostly just ooze here in the beginning, right? We've got this cool drum instrumentation. We've got Marwan singing, I think, all the way down to an A1 in this bass lead. Don't lock on me, iPad. How dare you? All the way down to an A1. I believe he hits that in chest voice too, which is just nutty.
A land from a faraway place where the caravan camels roam, where you wander among every culture and tongue. It's chaotic, but hey, it's home.
A1, Marwan. The kid is he 19 now? I think he's 19. He's gonna be he could be like an Elliot Robinson kind of bass, where his chest voice just doesn't freaking end if he already has A1s at 19.
When the winds from the east and the suns from the west.
Right, there are also chimes. That's another non-vocal instrument. That's some like very cool chime effects.
When the winds from the east and the suns from the west and the sand in the glasses around.
And this location that we shot in the Czech Republic was so cool. It was like this Egyptian-style temple kind of thing about an hour away. And the whole time we had Manav there and some of the other crew from the filming crew were like having to keep tourists out of the shots. They were everywhere. There were tourists all over the place. And what was really funny is while we were shooting, they were all just watching. Like there was a huge audience of like probably 100 people just around our set watching us when we were actually sitting inside this little area. And it was so funny because clearly they could tell something cool was happening. And they were right. They were right to stop and watch because this is a very cool project. But it was funny to have we had an audience for like 2 hours while we were shooting this thing, it was just fun. It kind of added to it. It kind of added to like our commitment to it.
From the east and the suns from the west and the sand in the glasses right. Come on down, stop on by, hop a carpet and fly to another Arabian night. Arabian nights like Arabian days. More often than not are hotter than hot in a lot of good ways.
He gave me all these crazy ass high parts. I think Marwan had me sing up to like a for sure a soprano high A, maybe a soprano high B. I can't remember, or B flat. We'll see when we get there, but it's outrageous. So there's a lot going on in the chorus, wall of sound, right? We've got voices and instruments kind of all over the place, and then Marwan actually singing up more in the tenor octave here. He really shows off his range in this song.
In a lot of good ways. Arabian night.
That's like my main line in the second half of the chorus. Also, I didn't see the versions before this, but it's really amazing how much color coding can like make a cohesive switch between two environments. That's why this video looks so seamless, like as well as it possibly can. The freaking Brno, Czech Republic, and the Sahara Desert. Like, how the hell are you gonna make that happen? Color coding is a big way to do it. Color coding, costuming, and then of course location. We kind of did the best we could. But color coding's huge, just to make it so it's not jarring going from each set to the next, where there's a color cohesion between the two locations. Like crazy chord. Marwan always throws crazy chords in. Always. That's like a signature of his arrangement. He'll just throw a chord in that's not in the original.
As you wind through
And then I had no idea this dancer was going to be in here. Marwan told us about this like after the shoot. It's this dancer all in black that's like kind of being like this shadow figure towards him. Also, same key for the second verse, but it's faster if you notice. The tempo is a little bit faster. So I do the bass line again in this verse, but I couldn't just copy paste it from the first verse, which sometimes you would do with the bass line. I actually had to sing the exact same bass line just a little bit faster.
As you wind through the streets of the fabled bazaars and the cardamom cluttered stalls, you can smell every spice while you haggle the price of the silks and the...
So this is fun. This is me selling Bobby a silk scarf, shawl of some kind, and I kept telling him to give me more money, and eventually he takes some money from Tommy so that he can pay me for this delicacy.
You can smell every spice while you haggle the price of the silks and the satin shawls. Oh, the music.
That was one cool shot we did. You'll see us. It comes back. Shimon, who is our videographer for the shoot in Brno, just followed us around the whole interior. So we just walked the whole length of the song. We just, with Bobby in front, me on from your view the right, Tommy the left. We just walked around this whole structure singing our parts. And so there are a number of shots with that going on here. That's it right there. It's probably easier than that. There, this one. So there you can obviously see, right, we're not in the desert. We got greenery and a big lake behind. It's really the structure that kind of glues this thing together. Structure, costuming, color gradients. But this is one cool shot we did, walking around the whole structure.
Oh, the music that plays as you move through a maze in the haze of your pure delight. You were caught in a dance, you were lost in the trance of another.
Listen to those backgrounds saying, caught in a dance, lost in a trance. One of my favorite. Caught in a dance, lost in a trance. It's a nice little background part.
You were caught in a dance, you were lost in the trance of another Arabian night.
You can hear me belting, trance! You can hear me belting that. I don't know, what is that, like a D? Yeah, a D. They often give me that's not really high belting, but I'm often dished high belting stuff, and then Tommy and I are both dished the really high, like, falsetto stuff, which I'll point out. No, there you go. There's a high A. Dude, this is a hard one to record. Marwan pushed it, dude.
Arabian nights, like Arabian days. They seem to excite, take off and take flight to shock and amaze. Arabian nights.
Does that go all the way down to an A1? It's really hard to tell. I've always tried to figure out. I think he riffs all the way down to an A1.
Arabian nights, like Arabian dreams.
Hear that part? So Marwan asked me to record that part in a couple different octaves while we were in Brno. So we were like about to go shoot the video, and he's like, wait, can you record this one more part? So it's really funny. You'll see this on the doc, but we set up like a makeshift vocal booth using a baby crib that was in this Airbnb we're staying at. We set it up on a table and put like blankets over it and put a microphone inside the crib, and it actually worked to be like a really well like vocal isolation chamber. We recorded parts for all the songs while we were there, like adding stuff. Like for Friend Like Me, we did a bunch of stuff. Bobby did stuff. We did a bunch of gang vocals for Gaston while we were there. Did we do anything for Be Prepared? I think Be Prepared was already fully set. And then for Arabian Nights, I recorded that little part in the baby crib studio. So when you hear that, just imagine me like face in an emptied out baby crib up on a table. Pretty iconic.
Like Arabian dreams, this mystical land of magic and scent is more than it seems. There's a road that may lead you to
That's that high again. Just hop on a carpet and fly. in that crazy high octave. Actually, I really enjoyed recording that part. If my voice is nice and warm, I can get up there. So I just got out of opera rehearsal a bit ago, so my voice is pretty warm.
There's a road that may lead you to good or to greed through the power your wishing commands. Let the darkness unfold or find fortunes untold where your destiny lies in your hands.
I was still so shaky on those lyrics. I'm glad they found some takes where, like, all three of us, it looks like we're doing a pretty good job. For some reason, those two parts, I don't know why, I've memorized 3 hours of opera in foreign languages, and those two freaking verses, my brain just, like, refused to nail them. And when they were putting this video together, I was like, hope they got parts that, like, the lip sync was right. There's still little mistakes, but overall, it's pretty good.
Let the darkness unfold or find fortunes untold where your destiny lies in your hands. Only one may enter. Only one may enter here.
There you go. I've been working on my false fold phonation. And we got the Cave of Wonders. A little foreshadowing, perhaps.
Hands. Only one may enter here. One whose worth lies far within a diamond in the rough. Arabian nights, like Arabian days. More often than not, are harder than hot in a lot of good ways.
And key change. And me on the bass line here as well. And I'll listen to Marwan's. Are we up to C now? So maybe we moved up a couple times before this. Listen to Marwan's high. His harmonies above his high leads are sick. He goes way up in his falsetto and does some riffing. Yeah, follow that line. And then like goes fucking all over the place. Let me go back a few seconds. This is weird. I'm used to navving on YouTube where you just hit 5 seconds forward or back. This is like quite tedious to do it. But I wanted like, I'm literally plugged into the Ethernet and everything, but I was like, I don't want this to bug at all. I'm going to download the whole freaking video so it's smooth. All right, listen to his vocal, his lead. Yeah. So there's the lead one, then there's this other one where he's doing stuff behind the lead one. Like doing all that crazy Phrygian shit. That Egyptian shit. And I was on the bass line here, which had some very fat low Bs. There's so much going on, and bass takes up so much space in the mix that they had to like really dial it back. But some of my like most resonant like low C's and low Bs were in this part.
Sword, you will never get bored with the world on its board. You might call it mad, call it craze, but let Allah be praised. It's another.
That whole part too, very tricky vocally. I glanced over because there were people that weren't moving at one point. You can see me glance for just a split second over to my right. I'm looking like towards Tommy in the video. You see me go. Just like instinctively because people weren't moving.
Allah be praised, it's another.
Nah. So freaking A flats from Marwan. Nah. This one way up here. Then I was just ripping operatically in this last section, but you can't hear. It's so buried you can't hear it, but I'll sing it for you and just destroy this microphone. I'm going up, 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 like just absolutely shredding, but like you really can't hear it because there's so much going on, and opera voices were not meant to be recorded, really. So I was singing C sharps, I guess. Absolutely epic. And this outro here, I'm not going to spoil too much, but when we figured out Marwan couldn't come, we had always initially planned to connect the videos somehow. And then this storyline that we've created with Marwan getting sucked into the lamp is essentially our method of getting Marwan into these other videos. At least spiritually, which is very cool. And I think it's an awesome idea, and we'll see how it looks in the end with all four connected. But this part so far looks so sick. So let's back it up so we can get this ending. Look at these epic shots. Tommy being 6'6". I think he's actually taller. I swear to God he's taller because I know other people are 6'6". And Bobby says he's like 6 feet. I swear to God, if Bobby stands up straight, he's like 6'1" or 6'2". No joke. They made me feel tiny. I'm 5'9", so I'm under average height for sure in the US, at least by like an inch or so. But like if you look at pictures of us, you're like, dude, Peter looks fucking tiny, bro. I'm not that small. I'm like 5'9", 170 pounds. It looks like I'm 5'5" and like 130 next to these guys. They're just huge. And Tommy wears his hair up. I swear to God, with the hair, dude, he's like 6'9". It is like shocking. Anyway, epic shot here, and I just want to catch the ending so that you can go into this outro. I love that he's like engulfed by the sun in this frame. Can I go back by frames? Hold up. Yes, I can. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. How epic. Epic, 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 epic. Epic, mate. Fucking epic. That is a real light, by the way, not CGI or anything. No edit. With the sound effects. Like, that's really good. That's so convincing. Like, without having Marwan actually get, like, you see him get sucked into the lamp, which would be really advanced CGI needed. We only hired a CGI guy for Friend Like Me. You'll see how that plays out. And then we have someone in Brno wearing a certain outfit you'll soon recognize, picking up the lamp out of the sand. So obviously the idea is that Marwan is now in that little lamp. It's kind of genius, actually. He's like, yeah, whatever. Dude, those are some bury a friend sound effects. Throw back to bury a friend. Like, for real. Oh! That's us! So what's playing right now is the karaoke version. So it's like the final mix with the lead vocals taken out. If you join our Patreon, you can get access to all the karaoke tracks, and you can make your own covers with our whole backing multi-tracked vocal. All tuned, perfectly balanced, everything. You can just throw your lead vocal in instead of Marwan or me or Bobby or Tommy. Really cool, really fun if you guys like our music. So check that out. Also, by the time you watch this video, everything will be out on streaming. So go stream the shit, go share it. We've put so much into these projects. We really we know they deserve to perform extremely well, and we really hope they do. Also, I'd just like to say, I'd like to also say, I definitely enjoyed watching. I was so jacked up watching it the first time that like I honestly couldn't even process what was happening. I was like listening and I was watching and I was like, is this amazing? Is it as good as I want it to be? Is it amazing? Yes, it's amazing. I don't know. Yada, yada, yada. Brains all over the place. Watching through the second time, it is tight. It is crisp. It is so high quality. I am so excited. And this is the one that like we really had to make work because literally a week before the trip, we find out Marwan, absolutely essential to this project, cannot be there. And this is the result. Like, this is the result of us scrambling and finding a crew to send out with him to the Sahara Desert. And like, come on, like pretty amazing. So very proud of the team. Guys, thank you so much for the support. You guys know these are my favorite videos to do. There will be one coming out every Monday from here until the end of the project. So go watch the original 100 times in a row and then come back and let me tell you how it happened and point out anything that you might have missed. Still much more musical I could have talked about here, but I feel like this is a pretty good little peek behind the curtain, which is what I like to do. Guys, if you like this, if you want to see more early access, please consider joining my Patreon. Great way to support me. But most importantly, this is Bass Gang Month. Go support the Bass Gang in all the ways possible. And guys, thanks. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next Monday. Peace out.